the same time, and he is a Boston Red Sox fan. A serious Boston Red Sox fan. Yeah. So I was cheering for the Astros, and he was cheering for the Sox.
I thought I controlled my emotion pretty well, Mayor, standing next to you, and Mayor Walsh from Boston. I did my best as the Red Sox came back from a deficit to victory.
Yeah, spanked us, they did.
See if you get in the Astros.
But I learned that the council member grew up in Cambridge, so that's his team.
Clearly outed. Thank you, Mayor.
And for those of you who saw the news last night, we were not trying to supplement the Parks Department income out in Collins Park. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you didn't see the news last night, that's okay. Anybody else in the back coming in? Councilmember Boykin, you had a point of order?
Yes, Mayor. Good morning. Mayor, I want to make a motion to suspend the rules to hear from Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee of the 18th Congressional District. Congresswoman.
Discussion? Favoring, opposed, motion carries. I couldn't see you out there.
Good morning.
I was vamping, waiting for you to come back and take it. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're going to have to get next to one mic or the other.
I see.
Pull them both into you. Pull one over.
Good morning. It is not often that I have the privilege and opportunity to come down to City Council. First of all, to thank each and every one of you for the very important work that you do. The memory that I have of this place is very fond memory because I believe in the real service that you give every day, and I'm told that those of us who come out of local government never forget because of the positive impact we have. I want to thank Councilman Watkins for yielding to me, and I came down this morning to again thank you for friendship. America has many great persons in this nation. Many times we nationally recognize heroes that Americans know and love. But I always know that there are individuals in our respective communities that have a special place in our lives and in our hearts. So this morning I pay tribute to Toni Morris. May he rest in peace. As I came in this morning to see the display of flowers, it is obvious that you recognized as well his service to this community. I have heard that he was the event planner, moving things around, making sure that he could get his photographs. But he was also someone that was intimately involved in the actions of government. Toni would know what was going on in the city and he cared about it. For those who may be listening to me, Toni is a photographer. He was often down here at City Hall, I guess every day. He was a press person, communications. But I want everyone to know that he was an artist. And through art, the community lives. His photography spanned decades. He has pictures of kings and queens, but he has pictures of presidents of the United States, of first ladies, of mayors, council members, and just ordinary people. I had a mother tell me that some many years ago, she told Toni that her children were starting their first years of ballet. She left it at that. The next thing she knew, Toni had driven miles from downtown to go to the ballet school and take pictures of these little girls. If you went into his home, you would see a massive collection of outstanding art. And so I pay tribute to Toni Morris this morning because wherever we are in America, we may not know the name of our Toni Morris, but he is as great an American as we can find in this country that raises himself up from the ashes and becomes a great talent. We in Houston had this talent for a number of years. Mayor, he had a great affection for you and all of the council, and as well, he was grateful that every time there was a City Hall press conference, Toni was there asking questions, whether it was about the times of the day, a crisis, or anything else. I can assure you, he did the same to me. Let me conclude by saying often you allow us to use the City Hall chambers, and I did so on an immigration hearing and a human trafficking issue that we did at Texas Southern University. But when we had these federal hearings, Tony Morris was there. He covered the news, and he gave the news to the community. So I thought it was appropriate to come today to be able to thank you for the friendship to Tony and his family. I know that he has wonderful children. His son Yusef is here, friend Cynthia, and many others who will count him as friend. When we return back to Congress in September, I will have the privilege of putting into the congressional record a statement of tribute to Tony Morris. Again, thank you for allowing me to come as a member of the United States Congress to your place of governance to let you know that Tony was, in fact, a person to hold in high regard. I just want to take note that we've lost also a precinct judge, a dear friend by the name of James Brooks, and I know that we'll all hear of his great story. But thank you so very much for allowing me to pay tribute to what I will say a very fine American who loved you all and loved this city with all of his heart, and his family as well. Thank you all very much for allowing me to be here.